Hi everyone, you're welcome once more to Nkwan Sam Center. So as you all know, we're in the month of February and this is a month of love. So I would like to focus our discussions this month on relationship, sex, responsibilities and all of that. So today I'll be focusing on healthy sexual life. This topic is very pertinent because a lot of relationships break up because of sexual issues, sexual incompatibilities. But then this is not always addressed. Most often when the relationship breaks up, you get a partner giving another reason. But when you keep digging, you realize that sex is actually the issue. So that's why today I'll be using this medium to talk about sex in my own way. Mind you, I'm not a certified sex therapist, but after having interacted with a lot of people who probably have shared with me, in close confidence, and from my experience, I will be talking about healthy sex life, okay? So I know this is an interesting topic, especially those of you who are watching. So let's get in. The first issue is, if you are just starting a relationship, most often you don't have an idea or you don't know about your partner's sexual compatibility. Like how ready are they for the act? And how do they reach orgasm? When do they reach orgasm? There are some people, maybe ladies for example, they may reach orgasm before penetration and they want to reach orgasm before penetration. There are others who reach orgasm just by kissing. There are others who actually reach orgasm by penetration. If we use maybe a graphical description or a scale of 5, there are some women, especially slim women, by the time the man or the male is reaching orgasm, they are still at scale 1 or stage 1, which means they have 4 more stages to go. And for them to really enjoy sex, you, that man or that partner, you have to make sure that they complete all the 5 stages. So you see that it's a task for you. But like I'm saying at the beginning, most often partners do not know because it's their first time. That is why it's always very good to talk about your sexual life and your sexual expectations to your partner. Of course, we grew up in an environment where topics pertaining to sexual intercourse was really a taboo. But then it has caused a lot of divorces, a lot of broken relationships. And that's why I think it's high time we begin to address some of these core issues which really impact relationships for their betterment. Let's face it, sexual intercourse might just be 2% of a relationship. But I bet you if this 2% is lacking, that relationship is heading for doom. Yeah. So anyone who is in a relationship or who is considering getting into a relationship should know that intercourse is really a duty. Not some painful duty, except you are just starting, which of course will come with time, but something which you really need to prepare, you need to get yourself educated about it so that you as well enjoy the activity, because it's meant for your enjoyment, it's meant for your bonding, it's meant for procreation, it's meant for relaxation, it's meant for happiness, it's meant for emotional release and emotional connection. So the advantages of sexual intercourse cannot be overemphasized. I just said a while ago that women have longer stages or a longer framework when it comes to reaching orgasm. Some of them may not be penetration. And I also said that you, the man, you, the male, you need to study that, you need to discuss that and go ahead. So let's now hit the areas which will make your sexual life or your intercourse or your intimacy to be at its best or optimum. The first of this is adequate preparation. Adequate preparation has a lot of dimensions. One of it is being physically ready. So sexual intercourse should not come when you are done with the day's activities, you are tired, and then you are just going to labor yourself. If you know you have to engage in an activity, maybe for the night or for the day, you need to be physically prepared. And this means you must have had enough rest, because intercourse itself, it's an activity that needs energy and it actually consumes your energy. And when I talk about having energy, I'm not saying you should go and take pills. A lot of people have died because of pills. Those are things that have not been addressed. But I know people who have died because they took pills. Why is pills not so advisable? Because it forces your heart to beat faster, to pump blood, to pump energy. Whereas your body might be tired, so your heart is struggling to pump. If your body is tired, there will not be enough circulation of blood coming in, and your heart will be forcing itself. And in most cases, when that takes place, and if your body is not strong enough to resist, you are heading in for a heart attack. That's why you always hear that a man died on top of a woman. So when I talk about preparation, I mean rest. Another form of preparation could be doing an exercise, both partners. For the part of a man, which I am, I will have to do a lot of physical exercises, muscle building. So we also have what they call calisthenics. You can watch some of those online, which prepares your pelvic to have that muscle so that you might have some good erection. You are also encouraged to drink water, a lot of water. Avoid maybe beer and all those other toxins, which they are good in themselves, but if it's for preparation to, you need to rather go in for water. You may go in for ginger juice or lemon juice, but then the most recommended is water. I'll also advise you to get yourself ready emotionally. Don't just go in because you want to please the man. No, you need to actually get yourself ready emotionally. This involves, communication. You need to communicate with your man. You need to touch him. You need to give him, let's call it kind of a clue that this will be an exciting game. You need to be relaxed. You need to discuss all the things that are hindering your relationships, both of you, so that you are going into that match fully ready. If you are stressed up or if there is an unresolved issue, it's always advisable to talk it out with your partner prior to entering the operation room, so that your mind is free, and your body is free, so to say. Tell him what you want him to do, like during that act. Tell him how you want it done. I mean, it's meant for two of you. It's your right. It's your intimacy. Open up to him. Intercourse is the moment where you are most vulnerable, and to enjoy it, you really need to be vulnerable to each other. That's why if you don't feel safe, it's not advisable to even get into it, because for you to be vulnerable, for you to let yourself loose, you have to feel safe, you have to feel at ease. Back to physical preparation, this also involves cleaning up your body. Cleaning up your body might entail taking a very good shower, putting on some perfumes, rubbing your body very well, have some clean sheets, why not? Brush your teeth, put on the sexy garments, and then get ready for it. It sounds so trivial, but there are relationships that have broken up because one partner is refusing to kiss the other partner. And when you look at it critically, you realize it's because the other partner had a very unpleasant odor coming out from their mouth. And that led to a split in the relationship, something which could be resolved. Okay, the third preparation is about consent. I know there's a lot of talk about consent, but I want to be honest with you. If you are already in a relationship and you are probably living together, especially, consent shouldn't be a kind of a situation where you go and sign a contract, or you come and say, I am ready today, and the guy ticks ready and the woman ticks ready. It's a kind of a mutual discussion. It should reflect the way you behave, the way you interact in the house. I know cultures are different, but to really say that, okay, we have to plan and have sex today, well, it can happen, but it should not really be a hard and fast rule. I think both parties, two of you, know how and when you want to have intercourse. And if there's a reason for intercourse not to take place, be it health reasons, or maybe you are tired, or maybe you have an appointment the next day, or maybe you are not psychologically prepared, of course, you can share with your partner, who is also expected to understand that you are not in the mood for intercourse today. So that's how I look at consent. And if for real you are in a relationship where you cannot freely express how ready you are, then you are into something else. So it's very good, especially for the men, to make sure that your wife is prepared psychologically and physically, so that we avoid all these embarrassments about, rape or unpleasant outcomes when it comes to intercourse. For example, if I'm with my partner in bed and, I feel horny, so to say, and I try to extend my hand, to touch them, caress them, and I notice that maybe they are not responding. Probably they are dead asleep, or probably they are tired, or something might be wrong. And most often, I'll just compose myself. And if eventually we have nothing intimate that time, eventually I'll let them know I was like in the mood. What happened? We talk it out. That is how you get to prepare. That is how you get to understand each other. And as time gets along, you begin to build that bond, that solid trust, that understanding, and what have you, thanks to a healthy sexual lifestyle. I'm going to end here for today, and I'll be coming up with another session still on healthy sexual habits. Don't forget to like and subscribe to our page, and for those who would like to support me, I'm going to place a link below, buy me a coffee. It goes a long way to help in the production of this podcast. Thank you very much. Once more, my name is Nkwain Sam.